Weather again right now this afternoon as we're taking a live look out from our Storm 3. This is on I-277 just around uptown there, and boy, I tell you what, it has been slow going in many areas around here, but part of that is probably due to the weather. So let's bring in meteorologist Rachel Coulter.
So we're seeing the wet roads out there, and this is just the beginning. What do we need to know?
Exactly. So we've had one round of storms move through several locations, including the Charlotte Metro, just over the past 30 minutes or so. That's now lifting to the north and east, and we've got another round of storms that's going to be pushing through here within the hour, just in time for that evening commute. So that first alert weather day continues. Of course, the likelihood of rain and thunderstorm activity and that potential for severe weather as well. I mentioned it right before the break, but this is just in from the Storm Prediction Center. We have that severe thunderstorm watch that was already in place earlier today for the Charlotte Metro, extending down towards York and Chester counties. It has now been expanded eastward in extent, but also in time. This is going to run until 10 o'clock. Now, I think our local counties won't have that long with the storm chances. I think they're going to be moving out around 8, 9 o'clock. And meteorologist Lisa Villegas is going to join me here in just a minute and time these storms out for us. But Union, Lancaster, Chesterfield, Anson, Stanley, and Richmond counties, you are now included in that severe thunderstorm watch that expands as far east as Raleigh down towards Charleston, South Carolina. You can see the severe line of storms that's working towards Columbia and towards the Charlotte Metro as well. The storms that had just moved through there are lifting north and east, still seeing some gusty winds and heavy rain in eastern Cabarrus County, moving into Stanley County, pushing up towards Rowan County, northern Iredell County. Still seeing heavy rainfall, gusty winds, but it's this storm right here that's going to have the next round of impacts here locally, and certainly the worst of the impacts we've seen so far. This severe thunderstorm warning, not only for the potential of damaging wind gusts that can bring down trees and power lines. So if you're listening in and haven't already, charge up those devices just in case you lose power. You can still watch us live through the First Alert weather app, but it also has the potential of producing a brief spin-up tornado. This is moving so fast off towards the north and east at about 50 miles per hour. Looks like they've just trimmed back that warning. So we'll see York and Chester counties. You're going to see impacts from this next. In fact, let me give you some ETAs. If this holds together, continues at the same speed, you can see some impacts in Kings Mountain from this severe storm around 4:49, Gastonia just at 5 o'clock as many people are heading out home from work. Mount Holly could see some impacts at 5:12, Charlotte by 5:21, Monroe 5:32, and again, if it holds together, Cabarrus County, if you're listening in from Concord, could see some impacts from some strong winds as we approach 5:45. There's a couple areas to watch here. We've got some strong winds at the very minimum here just to the south and east of Union County. We're going to have to watch this whole line. Could we get some rotation that could produce a quick spin-up tornado? That's a possibility. Damaging wind gusts the main concern, but an isolated tornado is also going to be a possibility through the rest of the evening. Can't rule out some hail. Some of the storms that have already moved through have been capable of producing some pea-sized hail. But at the very minimum, we're going to be dealing with some really heavy rain, gusty winds, and thunder and lightning. We've been watching this view all day long, had some of that low cloud cover earlier, and we've had a little bit of a break in the clouds. Then those storms moved through, brought temperatures from the mid-70s down to the upper 60s in the Charlotte Metro. We'll see if we're going to be able to recover before those severe storms to our south and west end up working in. But where we've not seen any of that thunderstorm activity, we're going to have to watch our southeastern counties. I want to bring in meteorologist Lisa Villegas, timing out the storms that we're expecting and when our southeastern counties could see some impacts.
Yeah, that's going to happen in the next few hours here, Rachel, and that's the area we definitely want to watch out for. So let's time out some of these storms. That second round, like Rachel was talking about, that's impacting those just out towards our east. That's also going to be impacting us here in just a little bit. So as we fast forward, right around 6 o'clock, pretty much impacting us around I-77, that initial line. So like Rachel said, depending on if we see a little more sunshine, some more fuel to help guide these storms out towards the east here, we'll watch for that severe weather threat. But really watching Lancaster, parts of Chesterfield County, Anson County for that potential around 6 to 7 p.m. before clearing out by 8 o'clock. Maybe a few isolated stragglers still hanging around, but overall clearing out this evening. However, that severe thunderstorm threat continuing until around 10 o'clock tonight for those like Union, Anson, parts of even Richmond, and even down into Chesterfield County. Now, I do want to leave you with a look at your 7-day forecast because we are in for some changes. One, we do dry out. It's going to be lovely as we head into tomorrow on Tuesday, but not ruling out a little sprinkle here Wednesday and Thursday, but take a look at the weekend. Definitely getting ready for the heat, even beginning as we head into Friday. Watching for those temperatures to punch back up, and a couple first alerts headed our way.
Lisa, thank you.